everyone, I'm Brooke Parrish. For my presentation, I am going to talk about a topic that impacts all of us, how we communicate online. We are going to look at what online interpersonal communication is, why it is so important, and 3 tactics we can use to be more efficient and effective communicators online. What is online interpersonal communications? It is how we connect and share ideas by using tools such as video calls, emails, and chats. Unlike in face-to-face conversations, digital communication often lacks nonverbal cues like facial expressions and tone of voice, which can make it harder to fully understand each other. Why does it matter? Digital communication is a part of our life every day, whether it is in school, at work, or just staying in touch with friends. Without a good strategy, it is easy for messages to get lost or misunderstood. A recent study highlighted that people often feel disengaged when connected online environments due to the lack of personal communication. This makes having a communication strategy not just useful, but essential. The first tactic I am going to break down is being clear and concise. It is important to keep your messages clear and to the point. Online spaces can be distracting, so it is important to make sure your communication is easy to understand. For example, in the article, Developing Virtual Communication Skills in Online Learning During COVID-19, studies showed that structured and organized messages help prevent confusion. A great way to do this is by planning what you want to say before you send it. Use simple, straightforward language and break down complex ideas into smaller, manageable parts. This will save time and make sure that everybody is on the same page. Think about it in a practical setting. Imagine you're sending an email to a classmate about a group project. Instead of writing a long, complicated message, try this. Start with a main point. Use bullet points to outline the key details, and then end with a clear call to action, such as, "Let me know your thoughts by Friday." This approach saves time and makes sure that everybody is on the same page. Clear communication isn't just polite, it's productive. The second tactic is to show empathy and emotional intelligence. Empathy means understanding and respecting how others feel when you can't see their reactions. This is huge with online communication because it helps bridge the emotional gap. In the article, How Interpersonal Communications Changes During Online Learning, the research shows that when empathy is missing, people can feel disconnected and less engaged. To counter this, try these steps. Active listening to what others are saying or typing before responding. Use inclusive language like we and us to introduce a sense of teamwork. Check in on others by asking questions like, "Does this make sense?" or "What are your feelings about this?" In addition, a simple message such as, "Hey, I would love to hear your thoughts on this," or "I understand where you're coming from," can go a long way in making someone feel included, valued, and heard. Small gestures like this have a huge impact. The third tactic is engaging through feedback. Feedback isn't just about giving critiques, it's a way to keep the conversation going and build stronger connections. For instance, a study about fostering graduate students' interpersonal communication skills in online group interactions, they found that feedback in group projects helped improve their communication skills. You can do this by encouraging others to share their thoughts, giving clear and constructive suggestions, and creating a feedback loop where everyone feels involved. Imagine working on a presentation with your team for a virtual class. During the practice session, you could say something like, "Your points are great, but if we added a slide with examples to make it, do you think it would make it more clear?" This kind of feedback is specific and makes it more helpful and encouraging. Feedback also helps build trust when people feel like their input is valued. They are more likely to engage and contribute. In a virtual setting, this can make all the difference in achieving the goal. So to recap, if you want to improve your online interpersonal communication, focus on these 3 tactics: being clear and concise, showing empathy, and engaging through feedback. These 3 tactics can help you avoid misunderstandings and create more meaning connections online. Before I finish the presentation, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are your ideas on how empathy can make online communication more effective? Thank you for listening. I look forward to hearing what you think about interpersonal communication in online settings.